Standards. Who needs them? Well, we all do, of course. Explosion protection standards are crucial for creating a safe working environment, ensuring regulatory compliance, promoting consistency and interoperability, and fostering innovation while minimizing the risks associated with explosive atmospheres. Hello and welcome back to the Explosion Protection Professional EXPP Micro-Learning Series. I'm Bob Johnson, your learning facilitator and guide through the world of explosion protection. In our last video, we learned the roles of regulators, standard writing organizations, and certifying bodies, and how they all contribute to safety in the EX world. Today, we're going to look at what are the relevant standards we need to consider based upon the role we have within the hazardous location industry. Going through thousands of electrical and mechanical standards can be daunting and time-consuming. Not understanding what standards are relevant to our job can make even the most straightforward task difficult. The base standards that are followed in almost every country in the world are based upon the IEC 60079 and 80079 standards. That's not to say that in each country, but we must follow these strictly, but in many cases, country-specific standards are based on a large part of what is in the IEC versions. For example, in Brazil, they follow the requirements of ABNT NBR 60079 standards. In Europe, they follow the EN 60079 standards. Australia and New Zealand follow the AS NZS 60079 set of standards. In the United States, we follow the UL and CAN CSA versions of the 60079 standards. So what do the 60079 standards cover? Some of the standards cover the design and manufacture of equipment following a particular protection concept. The 60079-1 standard guides the design and manufacturing of flame-proof equipment. The -7 standard guides us in designing and manufacturing increased safety equipment. Numerous 60079 standards will pertain to each protection concept, and the manufacturers of EX equipment must rigorously follow these standards. Well, you may ask, I'm not a manufacturer. Do I need to know all the in and outs of these protection concepts, including how to build this equipment? Not necessarily, but you should be familiar with all of the protection concepts if you're responsible for the design and the overall system or are involved in the installation of EX equipment. Designers should know the details of the 60079-14 standard, which covers the requirements for a safe design and a complete EX installation. Operators and technicians should also have a good grasp of the specific installation requirements. What if I'm a process engineer and not responsible for electrical design or installations? As part of being a process engineer, you may be involved in the area classification of your facility, since facilities use various hazardous substances in the manufacturing process. Or you are manufacturing these flammable substances as part of your facility. Having a good understanding of the properties of flammable gases, vapors, and dust is paramount to the safety of your facility. This information is referenced within the IEC 60079-10-1 for gases and 10-2 for dust. Maybe I'm only responsible for inspecting this facility and not involved in the design or installation of equipment. The 60079-17 is the document we follow for guidance on EX equipment and system inspections. It provides us with check sheets that we can use to determine whether the installation is safe. Well, I'm a mechanical engineer. I never mess around with that electrical stuff. Well, did you know that mechanical equipment failure is one of the most leading causes of the ignition of flammable gases and vapors of dust in the industry? We must review the requirements under IEC ISO 80079-36 and 37 for guidance. Other IEC standards may also be necessary for an expert explosion protection professional to understand, such as IEC 60092 for the marine industry or the IEC 61892 for the mobile offshore drilling industry. And don't forget that other standards published by organizations outside of the IEC, such as NFPA, ISO, IEEE, and API, to name a few, can provide further details on the manufacture, design, installation, inspection, and maintenance of EX equipment and systems. So understanding what standards exist and which ones to focus on is critical to truly understanding and taking the first step in becoming an EXPP. For those of you who want to learn more, feel free to visit academy.bartec.com, your digital learning hub. Subscribe and enjoy our learning offering in explosion protection awareness and competency. Follow us on LinkedIn, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and visit bartec.com. Reach out to me and I will personally answer your question. Thank you for joining me today. In our next video, we'll learn how the certification for manufacturers and system integrators plays a role in EX safety.
If you want to go beyond explosion protection awareness to reach a higher level of competency and compliance, please visit our Academy website. Email at academy@bartec.com, call us at 281-214-8542, or reach out to any of our partners and BARTEC offices worldwide. It would be our pleasure to send you the brochure and information about our digital and in-person explosion protection professional competency certification program. You will receive a BARTEC Academy EXPP certificate and have the option to obtain your IEC EX certification of personnel competency for you and your whole team.